It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Dragons of Tokyo taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. 25 yards that time. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. 2nd and 11. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 7:34. From the gun, it's Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Let's go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
On play action, Lawrence. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. ETN up the middle. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Carr. Flush to his right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, it's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Carr.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The Saints at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quality run by Kamara, who's the same dependable and often spectacular back the Saints drafted in 2017. Another season of nearly 900 yards rushing and 500 receiving yards.
29.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Carr going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Saints have regained the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Lawrence going to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half.
But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep him up the scoreboard here.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. ETN on the toss right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence to throw.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman.
We're about ready to get
Sports
back to football.
halftime report.
And to bring in the second half
Coach.
from the Superdome. Let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 1-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Lawrence.
And fights him off, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
To the 43, second down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Kamara. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now an injury timeout, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Derek Carr, who's in some distress. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They go play action with Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, here's Bigsby.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
29.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Little short pass here to Hill. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Carr now on 1st down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Flushed out right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
16 yards, a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. And they run the toss to Bigsby.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Hey, run!
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Bigsby once more. And he is going to have a first down here